So good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday morning yoga therapy. And today we are working with mind and emotions again, and physically through the whole body, energetically from the whole body, from feet to head. I'm going to sub-focus today on Ananda, endless joy. When you're ready, inhale, bringing your arms up to the sides, radiating like the sun. And exhale, down the front, sides and back, coming down like a waterfall. Feeling your feet, maybe looking at your feet. Inhale, bringing in prana, new energy, radiance. And exhale, letting go of obstacles in the mind and body that might be blocking that flow within yourself. Just going your own timing, your own meditation. You can close your eyes. A ha sound if you like as you exhale. Scanning the whole body, mind, breath as you just arrive to your practice this morning. Maybe adding a humming sound, Brahmari. You want to change how their arms are moving, that's no problem. Ready, bringing the hands to the heart. Inhale, opening the arms to the side for that radiant sun, all directions. Exhale, gather up that light back to its source deep in your heart. This is said to be the deepest well of prana that we have within us. It's just naturally there, and when we tap into it, we have tons of energy. Adding Om when you're ready. Feel free to adjust how you're doing the hands. You can cross them, for example. You can bend the knees, you can look down. Just find your own expression of this shape. I'm just going to do the opening chant to Brahma, Ananda, Valli from the Taittiriya Upanishad, Sahana 2, and some of you know this. If you know it, you can say it with me. This means, may we be protected as we study together. May the teaching, learning experience generate joy, energy, light, dispelling all tamas, all darkness, all heaviness. And may it leave us with no misunderstandings between us. May we have peace in our thoughts, words, actions, body, speech, mind. May this peace, this shanti, protect us from negativity within ourselves, others, or our environment. Excuse me, Sahana 2, starting with Om. You can just listen, and if you like, you can visualize that radiant sun all around you, emanating out of the heart. And if you like, you put a mirror at the edge of that to deflect any negativity out from you. It's a visualization I often use to protect myself when I'm in a difficult energetic situation. Sahana vavatu, sahanau gunaktu, sahaviryam karavavahai, tejasvi navati amastu. Ma vidvishava hai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Ready. Bring your feet together if that's comfortable or apart. Inhale, coming up onto the toes, arms up the sides. Through that radiance from the heart, exhale, hands coming down again through that radiance. Just visualizing that radiant sun shining out of the heart, and you're just sweeping through it. And again, you can add that visualization of the mirror surrounding that if you are feeling that there's some negativity that you're just wanting to have bounce off you. Suffering of suffering. So all of us will experience dukkha, suffering in this life. It's the nature of life to experience dukkha, suffering, as well as sukha, the opposite, happiness. In yoga, we're trying to experience something beyond that duality called Ānanda. This Ananda is always there, shining like the sun deep within us. Just have to tap into it. Often we have to clear those clouds before we can get there. We just get glimmers of it until then. As you practice, hopefully those glimmers last a little longer. More resilience, you get there a little faster when you have a storm hit. As one of my teachers said, best to work on a sail that has a hole in it when the waters are calm versus in a storm. Remember to always work on yourself, in particular when things seem to be going well. When you're ready, staying up on the toes, if that's comfortable for you. And hands again, you just adjust them for your shoulders. Coming down when you're ready. Maybe making an intention link to the heart this morning. May I be filled with endless joy. Maybe I often find students find, may I be filled with peace. I find that easier to link to, just the idea of peace. It's very neutral. Maybe there's something more specific you'd like to bring in. When you're ready, coming to the back of your mat area. You're going to bring your left foot forward, your right foot turned out. Just make sure you have room around you to bring your arms to the side. So we're going to inhale, we're going to come forward and bring our arms to the sides and lift the heart from there. Exhale, hands together, stretching the hands forward. Inhale, warrior one. And exhale, coming out of that. Just keep this going your own timing. You've done this before with me. Inhale, leaning forward about 45 degrees and lifting just the chest. The palms can be facing where it feels comfortable for your shoulders, looking up or straight ahead or down. Exhale, stretching the upper back, the belly in. Inhale, warrior one. And exhale, coming out of it. It's a general workout for the whole back. So it's working with upper back and lower back. Just notice the breath as your exhale long and smooth, as your inhale long and smooth, or is one of those parts that short and rough this morning? Particularly work with the part that might be a little shorter or a little more rough this morning. Do this in your own time. Do 6 rounds. Go back to samastiti when you finish. Keep together. Do one more. Stepping back, that's comfortable, feet together, find your asana-s, hands at the heart. Bring the right foot forward, left foot turned out. Same thing on this side, 6 rounds. Inhale, coming forward about 45 degrees. Shoulder blades coming towards each other, lifting the heart, maybe thumbs back or thumbs facing forward, maybe looking up or looking forward. Exhale, rounding the spine, drawing the belly in, hands coming forward. Inhale up. Warrior one, Badakanasana. Again, you can adjust those arms anywhere that's comfortable for your neck and shoulders. And exhale, release. It's going 5 more times. When you're done, come to Samastiti. Just remember your intention, your sankalpa this morning. Pausing between those inhales and exhales, slowing it down. This is how our asana practice prepares for pranayama, by slowing the breath down. So this is preparing the body and the breath to sit and do pranayama. Feel free to do another round on the other side if you're finished before me, or you can strike a forward bend. Doing 2 more. Coming to your Samastiti if you're not already there when you're ready. Just remember your heartfelt intention. Maybe there's a bhavana that goes with it. A visualization, an idea, concept. Mine this morning was, may I be embraced by the endless joy that I am. Never had that one come before. Every day is different. All right, we'll move into some forward folds. Hamstrings. When you're ready, feet together, stepping left foot forward, right foot turned out. Inhale, arms coming up to the front if that works, or you can do sides if you prefer. Exhale, stretching way forward as the hips come back and you draw the belly in, so slight rounding of the lower back. Coming forward, bend those knees as needed, use blocks or a chair as needed. Inhale, arms can move first in line with the ears come up, or if it's too much weight for the spine, bring the arms to the sides. And you can just go up and down or take that break in between. It's your choice on that. And then when you're ready, after 4 times, stay at the bottom and breathe. It's in your own timing. Uttanasana. And we're going to take those pauses between inhale and exhale. Try to start to breathe before you start to move. Still breathing at the end of the movement, then pause. The breath is longer than the movement. Ujjayi pranayama, constricting the throat. I'm going into my 4th, and then I'm going to stay. You need to come out of it. Feel free. You can do those twists side to side that we've been working on for the lower back. The hands coming to one side, stretching that QL when you have a little toe side, and more the groin in your thigh when you go to the other side. Just in the center. You're ready, coming up slowly, halfway up. Always consider bending the front knee for more support. Exhale, stay. Inhale the rest of the way up. Exhale, come back. Feel the heart. Say your intention. Perhaps link to a bhavana, visualization concept that you would like to step into as if it were already there. Right side forward. Foot turned out. Same thing on this side. 4 times. You can do 6 if you're moving a little faster. Inhale up, stretching nice and long. Exhale, stretching forward. As the hips come back, maybe pulling up on that kneecap. Drawing the belly in, so you will round slightly as you come forward. And you can always bend that front knee if your leg is tight. Arms moving first in line with the ears. Chin in, perhaps, Jala Bandha. Exhale, release. Feel the legs and feet grounding. Going another 3 times. Breath longer than movement. Pause between inhale, exhale. When you're done, stay at the bottom. And breathe. Uttanasana, one-sided forward bend. I'm on my 4th. You do sthiti in the position if you're a bit tighter. Inhale, extend, exhale, forward bend, then bending the knee as needed. Perhaps bringing the hands to the little toe side, stretch that QL region, the hip, lower back, into the rib cage. Or moving to the other side and stretching the inner thigh. Staying in the center, that's working with the 3 hamstrings as well. And you've stayed around 6 breaths. Start making your way up, coming halfway up first. Inhale. Exhale, stay. The rest of the way up. Exhale, stepping back. Samastiti. Uttanasana, 2-footed forward bend. These forward bends in terms of our mind and emotions are very much about letting go of tension in the mind and the body. It's part of what's called Langana Kriya, the action of letting go of excess in the doshas, in Ayurveda, or tension, anxiety. Inhale, arms either coming front or sides. So that depends on whether you want to work more lower back or upper back. Chin coming in, if that's comfortable, Jandharabandha. Exhale, forward fold. Drawing in from the pelvic floor up to the stomach, maybe bending the knees. You can always do this, hands on a chair, hands to blocks. You can release the head. There are blood pressure issues. If there are, you might want to keep the head up. Inhale, coming up, arms moving first in line with the ears. Exhale, Samastiti. So I'm doing very classical Uttanasana, as taught in Chennai, India, by my teachers in the Krishnacharya lineage. Inhale, arms coming up. You can adjust the arms for therapeutic purposes. So in yoga therapy, anything's possible. Many variations. We've worked on this term. Pick one that works for your shoulders. For example, hands back. Arms side when you're coming up, bend those knees. All those variations. Or you can join me for the classical version. The feet can be together if your hips are smaller. That might feel better. You can always bring in a bhavana of letting go. Ishvara Pranidhan. I surrender, I let go to what is deep within me. After you've done a round 6, you're going to stay at the bottom. Hands can be on a chair or table. If this is too much for your back or for your blood pressure. If you like, inhale, look up. Sthiti, exhale, forward fold. Always bend your knees as you exhale to decompress the lower back. Just a reminder on that. Might be ready to stay. Coming up in your own time. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, stay. The rest of the way up. Coming out of it slowly because of the great change in blood pressure from head down to up. Physiologically, this helps us move out of anxiety into relaxation. Just notice you might feel a bit calmer, more grounded, more embodied. So we'll move into some twists now. I'm going to start laterally, Triphenasana, just regular triangle. The feet apart, one leg width apart. If you want to make an equilateral triangle or less, my feet are parallel. Inhale, arms coming up. And exhale, stretching to the side. And that top arm again can be down, or you can stretch it away for some flossing of those nerves in the arm. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, other side. So just side to side, either classically like I'm showing, or adjust those arms for therapeutic purposes. This pendulation I've talked about is said to be a great resource for pain, for stress, so for dukkha, as we call it in Eastern philosophy, yoga philosophy, and Buddhist philosophy. It's called dukkha, suffering. Said the worst kind of suffering is the suffering of suffering. What we make of it in our minds. Yoga philosophy, suffering is considered real in a relative sense. But we can change our relationship to it through our mental attitude. And one of the ways we can work with the mind is through the body, somatically. Patanjali was way ahead of his time, adding the body to his spiritual practice. I think he was a huge innovator. We're talking about all the time now, but he was there in 500 years before the Common Era. 500 to 150, and somewhere in there. Just finishing up. Axial period. Many things happened during that period of history spiritually. We're going to turn the feet to one side, to the left. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, going into your full Triphenasana. And you can stay here now or go up and down. If you want to add some work with the shoulders, you can exhale, bring the arm down. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, stay. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down. Inhale, extend. Exhale, stay. Inhale, up. So leave that going or just stay in the classical position. This is for neck and shoulders. And just finishing up. Center, So let's just bring those arms down as the feet come parallel. Other side, Utthita Triphenasana. Inhale, arms at shoulder height, palms down. Exhale, drawing the belly in. Coming down, creating all those triangles in the body. Count them as you look at your screen. See all those different triangles. If you like to adjust those arms, play with that. Exhale, the arm coming down. Inhale, sweeping along side. Exhale, stay. Inhale, up. And you can look down and away. Exhale, arm down. Inhale, sweeping along your side. Exhale, stay. Inhale, up. And looking down. And keep that going. Just finishing your last round. And coming to center when you're ready. So center. The break. Uttanasana. I'm going to do it with Ishvara Pranidhana. This means I surrender to that special guru within myself, within all. You might believe it's something outside of yourself. You might believe it's within you, and you might believe it's just everywhere. And this is all a manifestation of that which is nameless and formless. So however you connect to that stillness within you, it might just be stillness. Think of that. Inhale, arms at the sides. Exhale, just maybe listen to the first time. Ishvara. Say the next part on the next exhale, and then I'll put it together. Inhale, coming up. Pranidhanadva. Ishvara Pranidhanadva. In one breath, chapter 123, Yoga Sutras. Ishvara Pranidhanadva. Ishvara Pranidhanadva. Ishvara Pranidhanadva. Ishvara Pranithanatva. Stay in your forward bend. You can just make your way to child's pose, or you can do a vinyasa if you like, stepping the left leg back. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Bring the arms up. Exhale, downward facing dog. This is definitely easier to do with the yoga mat. Inhale, up cat, Badakanasana, or upward facing dog. And exhale, child's pose. And if this hurts your knees, lie on your back. I'm just going to do one more set on our backs before we sit. Just bringing your knees side to side, bringing that rotation in. Inhale, center, exhale, other side. If you want to do this with the knees up, feel free. Classically, inhale, center, exhale, side. So pick your medicine on that. I'm just going to do the lower one today. More hips when the feet are on the ground, and more lower back and core when the legs are higher. Just staying on one side. If that's comfortable, you can loop that lower leg over top. If your knees are higher, you can straighten one leg or both. When you're ready, changing side, inhale, center, exhale, other side. Staying here for 4 to 6 breaths. Ready, knees to chest, Ānanda. Inhale, legs up, arms up. Exhale, knees to chest, or touching down with your legs forward before you bring your knees to chest. You can do other variations of Urdhva Prasarita Padasana that we've worked on this term. So for example, you could work with one leg coming down and then up. So inhale and exhale. Bringing a little bit of that inversion viparita into the practice. Maybe staying here with your legs up, your hands up. You can keep it moving. Exhale, knees in. Inhale, legs up. Another wonderful Langana pose. Let's just let go. When you're ready, turning to one side. I'm just going to work with those hips for a minute, side to side. This is comfortable. If it's not, you can just lie on the floor and do Supta Badakanasana, just opening the hips in a diamond shape. Inhale, center, exhale, other side, just side to side. I'm doing this just to prepare for seated. So you didn't do too many hip openers today. So it's moving towards deer pose. So deer pose is here. Sorry, I can't remember the Sanskrit for that. It's probably something to do with Maggie Reagh, but I'm not sure. My teacher only taught it to me once. This is a variation that is commonly taught in the West because it just vinyasas side to side. And you could stay on one side and do a vinyasa here, just staying on one side. So this is more as it's taught. Just thought about bringing this back to prepare a bit more for seated if we haven't been working on hip openers. Very similar to pigeon pose, but much easier on the joints. Other side. Make that front knee very comfortable, whatever you're doing. And you do not have to do this version. You can just do the side to side I was doing earlier if this is too much for your hip or your back. And the more you take it to the back corner, it's a little easier and a little different on the hips. Let's extend that back leg a bit. Comfort. And you could always stay. When your hips feel ready, coming to a seated position. And I'm going to grab my blanket, which I forgot, so be comfortable. Great. Good time. So Pratiloma Ujjayi Pranayama. I've been teaching this and variations of it, the exhale version, Anuloma Ujjayi, and the inhale version, Viloma Ujjayi. Because they're a wonderful way to move from regular Ujjayi Pranayama we do throughout the practice in some sense towards nostril breathing. Inhale both nostrils using Mriki Mudra for the hands or those beaks. Inhale both nostrils. I'll do it quickly first. Exhale, left. Inhale both. Inhale left. Exhale both. Inhale both. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale both. It looks like an M. Okay, so do this in your own timing. Pick a ratio. One more time. Inhale both. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale both. Inhale both. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale both. We'll do this for about 5 minutes. Pick a ratio 4 to 12 seconds for inhale and exhale. can add a hold after exhale if you want to do more Langana Kriya, reduction therapy. Hold after inhale, more Brahmana, expansion therapy. Letting in prana. You can do both. General ratio is just holding half the length of your inhale or exhale, or the same length. That's an easy place to start without working with a teacher one-on-one to pick a ratio for you. Ujjayi pranayama, remember to constrict the throat when you're breathing through the two nostrils in the center. Classically, we just use the right hand. I like to use both. Switch sides to side. Finish up. I can keep going as I do this closing chant. Feel like meditating on your intention of joy, Ananda, Ānanda, feel free. This is from Brahma, Ananda, Valli, Type 3 Upanishad, Yajurveda. It's the first stanza. Starting with Sahana Vavatu. Sahana Vavatu. Sahanao Bhunnaktu. Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Amastu Mavid Vishava Haini Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Brahmavidapnoti param tadesha vyukta satyam jnanamanantam brahma yo vedanihitam guhayam paramevyo man soshnute sarvan kaman saha Brahmana vipashchiteti tasmatva etasmanatmana akashasambhutaha akashad vayuhu Vayoragnihi Agnerapaha Advya Prithvi Prithivya Oshadayaha Oshadi Yonam Annapurushaha Sabha Esha Purusho Narasamayaha Tasyedameva Shiraha Ayan Dakshina Bakshaha Ayam Uttara Bakshaha Ayam Atma Idam Pucham Pratishta Tadap Yesha Shloko Bhavati. Yadakshara Parabrashtam Matrahinantu Yad Bhavet Tatsavam Shangyatan Deva Narayana Namostute Shrimate Narayanaya Namo Namaha Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Stay. Namaskaram. Thank you very much.